Hey guys, join me and my daughters on Easter long weekend as we go to Las Vegas. And if you follow me and you're wondering how I can afford to travel so much, it's because I planned really far ahead and I also work my butt off. One way I saved money for this trip specifically was by booking Flair Airlines, which actually flew direct from Victoria, which was nice. But then Linux shut down and I got so much anxiety. I ended up purchasing insurance that we didn't end up needing just in case if they canceled on us. This is the first time I've flown a budget airline, and I knew they were picky about bags, but I didn't understand the degree of it. We had two decent sized backpacks, not even full, and they barely fit in the measuring device. I'm like super into nature, and I really want to come back to Las Vegas and do the Grand Canyon when I don't think rain is going to fall over the edge and die. So seeing this view landing into Las Vegas, it just made me like super excited to come back. Thing there is no shortage of in Las Vegas is photo ops. Funny story, if you ever go to Las Vegas, don't be like me. We were staying at the Flamingo Hotel and I opened up the Lyft app to check how much the Uber would be to the hotel. And then when I went in the second time, I obviously wasn't being super careful because I clicked where I thought was the Flamingo Hotel, but it took me to like some flamingo restaurant way off the strip. But thankfully I had the sweetest driver. She got a really big tip because she took me right where we needed to go, and I feel like she should have just kicked me out and we should have had to get into a new Uber. After we checked into the hotel, we went to the food court expecting it to be reasonably priced, and it was insane and I died a little bit, but whatever, we were starving. Then we went for a quick roam around the hotel, explored the grounds, saw the flamingos, and then we headed to the Link Promenade. And this is around the moment that we realized that we love Las Vegas and we want to move to America one day. Not Las Vegas, but America in general. We just really love. And a little video of Raina walking around in the casino because it's super bizarre, even still, that kids can be in a casino and that you can smoke inside a building. That's just weird. And we didn't have a full strip view, but we could see the Bellagio fountain, so that's a win. And then for our first full day in Las Vegas, we started off the day getting food, and this is the first time that we've ever actually eaten at Dunkin' Donuts, and I just can't get over the price. Can someone confirm if this is always how expensive it is? This all cost me $47, which is freaking insane. Look how tiny this is. And these things? Not even good. It's so small for how much I paid. Then we hopped onto the big bus tour. It was actually kind of raining this day, so we were gonna get off of Fremont Street, but then we decided not to because our bus actually had like a little cover for the rain, so we just kept riding. We ended up getting off at Excalibur because it was the closest stop to the Hershey, Reese's, Coca-Cola, M&M'S stores. Had a quick bite to eat at the New York food hall and then headed into the Reese's store. Haley loves Reese's, so this was definitely like high on her priority to-do list. There was lots of really great photo ops, especially outside. We spent a lot of time outside taking photos. It was nice. On our way over to the M&M'S and Coca-Cola-Store, we found the Stranger Things free exhibit, so we checked that out. There was also a lot of great photo ops and merchandise to purchase, which we didn't purchase anything. Then we checked out the M&M store, which has 4 floors. I wasn't expecting that. The Reese's store has 2 floors, but I was pretty surprised that there was 4 floors, and somehow I only managed to get 1 video in the M&M store. And pretty much next door is the Coca-Cola store, and I was really excited. I wanted to try their around the world tray, but then we saw these float trays that everybody else had. Obviously we had to get those. The girls really enjoyed it, and surprisingly it was a lot to share. Then we rode the high roller, and I'm going to be honest, I'm scared of heights, so I was a little nervous that I was going to freak out. And when we got to the very, very tippy top, I did start getting in my head and getting a little bit scared, but I managed to talk myself out of it, enjoy it, and it was really nice seeing the spear from up above, and just like being able to see almost the whole strip from up high was just really nice experience. And I got to see the emoji spear. This is a bucket list item for me. Right after we got off the high roller, it started pouring, so we went back to the room, had a nap, woke up, got some in and out, and we headed over to the Bellagio Conservatory and followed behind somebody that got arrested, and I was really worried my child was going to talk to them. It was so beautiful. I just can't get over how amazing it is. I saw pictures before we went, but it just doesn't do it justice. And somehow in these videos, you can't even tell how busy it was in there. It was insane. We finished off the night watching the Bellagio fountains and headed back to our room. And the next day was Easter, so we obviously had to start our day off with an Easter egg hunt in the hotel room. And I promised my youngest what we go in the pool today, so we had to make it a priority. And oh my god, it was freezing. I don't know how anybody was swimming in it. And why is there no hot tubs in Las Vegas? That's a big problem for me. And then we went on the Big Bus tour. We saw this McDonald's, and I don't know why, but when I see that McDonald's, that arch, like in the middle of buildings, I just think that that's Vegas. We really enjoyed this day because it was nice and sunny, unlike the day before where it was raining and very cold, and we actually had headphones so we could listen to the Big Bus tour. And then we saw this Tony Roma's where you can get steak and lobster for $13.99. Like, that's insane. We cruised Fairmont Street, and I really enjoyed Fairmont Street. I like that the street actors, the side hustlers, have to stay in a circle. I think that's really nice compared to on the Las Vegas Strip where they just seem like they're everywhere. We stopped at Pink Box Donuts on Fairmont Street. I really enjoyed this donut shop, not just for their amazing selection of unique donuts, but also just for the little details everywhere. My youngest also really enjoyed Fairmont Street. She's super wild, so it was everything for her. And this was my favorite street entertainer. Some of the times, like the music that he was dancing to was just so funny. And one time I seen him scare these group of people. I almost thought about tipping him. We had White Castle for lunch, which isn't anything to write home about, but the prices were amazing. Then we jumped back on the big bus tour and we were going to stop at the Las Vegas sign, but it just seemed so busy and we already have a million photos from our trip that I didn't feel like we needed to stop. Then we ended the night going to the Neon Light Museum. I wish it was a little bit bigger and that more lights were on, but it was still quite a bit. I also just really enjoyed the Uber ride to the Neon Light Museum because we were driving on the highway and you could see the Las Vegas Strip from a totally different angle, and maybe I'm just a nerd, but I really enjoyed it. And then we bought the most expensive hot dogs ever. This hot dog was called the Hangover. And then it was time to start heading home. It's super strange to me that there is a casino inside the airport, and also Flair didn't cancel our flight, so I didn't need to buy insurance. But if I didn't buy insurance, they 100% would have canceled on us. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, and I will see you in our next video. Bye.